Hmm. All right, what's up? It's your boy Carcino here, live in the flesh. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button, hit that notification button. If you guys are still saying you're not getting your notifications, if you're using your phone and your mobile, make sure that you are eligible to get notifications on your phone. Check your settings to make sure you can get notifications. Okay? And if you click the notifications and you got everything and you still not getting it, then you complain to YouTube. Because that's what they're telling me. Because y'all got me going to them and they like, look, we sent it to them. And if they ain't getting it, they need to check their notifications on their phones. Make sure that they're eligible to get the notifications. I'm like, all right. I can only tell them. So you heard it there first. Now the rest of you guys, the Cash App is Carcino. Now, y'all been seeing me go live, and I've been giving y'all live videos because other people have been donating. The Streamlab is in the description box. Click that, and you can leave me messages over there. So you already know all this stuff by now. For the newbies, now you know. Now brings us to this truth behind story. This is the truth behind the beef between MC Hammer and the Too Big MC. I know a lot of you guys like who and huh. I know Hammer. Now, MC Hammer, for many of you who don't really know, at one time was the number one rap artist in the world. But before that, this guy was doing shows at rinks and any little local place he could in the early 80s. He already decided that instead of being a aerobics instructor and a dance instructor, he can make his own music, go independent, and make his own self hot and do shows and get paid. See, Hammer was a businessman. He understood the game. He understood the game of make yourself hot, make them want you. This dude was making 50, 60,000 a year out the trunk of his car selling tapes. But like a businessman, he had extended himself too thin. He had he was such an entertainer that he got other guys with him. He was willing to split the money that he was making off of performing. So even though he's splitting the money that he's making from performing, you know, it's not coming out good because once you splitting the money, there's so many mouths to feed. It's not enough to go around. So early on, he ended up making a band out of some of his female dancers and called them Oaktown 357. And one of the early dancers in the group, he ended up having to replace her, but that's another story. Hammer was on top of the world at one point, doing what he could do. But when he came on the scene, he had a big guy with a trench coat and some weird looking glasses, called himself the Too Big MC. And he was a hype man for MC Hammer. So on the Pump It Up video, he the one up in there pumping it up. Yo, man, Hammer, man, you taking him out, Hammer. Yo, Hammer, you can't be stopped. So, he was the Flavor Flav of the group. Now, when you look at Hammer and when he first came out and the dancing and the moves, he took rap to a whole new plateau. Nobody saw a rapper ever move and dance like that. And just do all the spins and the flips and everybody's like, what is this? So Hammer was really putting it down. Now, The thing is, he built himself up to an empire. Built himself up to the position where he was going to be boss. It was all Hammer show. Everything was about Hammer. Even though he got several dancers and backup dancers that he was adding on into the sets. Because he wanted male dancers too. Because he felt the females need something to look at. Too Big MC was his road dog, his sidekick. And when they hit up, I think they was doing the Spring Break 89 tour. They redid a deal with MC Hammer once he got his deal. But he redid his contract, and well, he didn't have a contract at first. He was independent. So they wanted to sign him to a regular record contract, and he wasn't going for it. He was like, no, that's not going to work. Because, see, I got my acts, I got everything here. I sacrificed too much and built myself independently. So they had to partner with him. So what he actually did was get the highest signing bonus a rapper had ever gotten at that point, to have basically nothing. Like, he had nothing to show for it except for what he sold out of the trunk. It's like this dude sold tapes out of the trunk of his car and got a record deal for $1.7 million at the time. And nobody got a signing bonus like that coming out the gate. But see, Hammer did the legwork. You know, and when you do the legwork, this is the rewards. So he came around and took the 1.7 million deal. And once he did that, it was his advance from his multi-contract he did with Capitol Records. So Capitol signed him. He was ready to put out and remix his album. The song Let's Get It Started had already been out on his other album he had like 2-3 years ago. But they just remixed it and put it out and redid some of the songs with Turn This Mother Out and everything else. They put me in the mix, got, remade, and it became one of the biggest albums ever at its time. And people didn't know about him yet commercially. He was known through the hood. So the hood played the Let's Get It Started, and they was doing all the hammer dances and wearing the baggy pants, and it was just nuts. So as everything's blowing up, things start to change. MC Hammer has never changed. Hammer was a businessman. And from the moment he was there, he always held people accountable. And that's something people thought they got a little laxed with once the money started rolling in. See, everybody was cool with all these things when they didn't have anything. And everybody was trying to, keep things together and hope things work out. But they don't remember that MC Hammer was the guy that was helping them out, paying some of the bills, some of their utilities for all these people in his group, in his band. Well, all of these things just before the money. So now that the money's here, now people want to, instead of work hard, they feel like, oh, whew, now we can celebrate. No, it's not like that. You still got to grind to shine, buddy. You still got to work. You got to put in that work. And the Too Big MC, he started getting his name out there, and he was like, man, I need to rap, man. I need to rap, man. They need to hear me, man. I need, just give me give me a 16 on the song. So they did a remix. They put me in the mix, and they let Too Big MC get out there and rap and do his thing. Because Hammer was looking at what Flavor Flav was. You know, he's like, okay, Flavor Flav to Public Enemy. You know how everybody listen to Chuck D for the lyrics, and Flavor Flav was like the entertainment, the sideshow. That's how Hammer looked at it. Like Public Enemy, man, it's gonna be like Public Enemy. You gonna be like Flavor Flav. You see how big Flavor Flav is, man? You see that? That song they got, Don't Believe the Hype, and all those songs, everybody's going crazy over this guy they call Flavor Flav. See, you like him too, Big MC. You remind me of Flavor Flav. You can be just as big, but he got a big old clock. You got some weird glasses. That's Oak Town, baby. So, anyway, when all of this was going down, uh, it was dissension in the ranks. You know, the shows are going through. They on the tour. They on the spring break tour that they were doing, and I think there was some type of show that went down when they was all on tour together. And you know, Too Big MC, they was like, man, look, Ham don't want to let you shine. Even though he would let Too Big get out and do the song and do his little parts and everything, it felt like, man, Ham tripping. Because when this started happening, Ham started bringing in more dancers, more entertaining for the show. And he was docking people $100 every time somebody missed a step. And he got that from James Brown. James Brown used to dock people money when they miss rehearsals or they mess up. People getting docked. And he paid everybody, so it wasn't like you had to pay him the cash. He was deducting people's money. And that's what Hammer was doing. So people's like, man, you reneging on guarantee on, agreements for financial agreements. And you ain't paying us right. So it was like Summer Jam 99, the Spring Affair tour, and all these things. And this is when they had the St. Louis, Joe Louis Arena and all that stuff in St. Louis. And that's when Too Big MC, his brother, who was the DJ. Now his brother was called Lone Mixer, and he was the one that really had the problem and was causing the waves. Kent, and he was like, "Man, look, this some bull, man. You know, Ham ain't treating us. He treating us like slaves or something, man. That's Jim Jones, the slave owner, Jim Crow. So he's a slave owner. So, and these conditions he got us living in, man, and we gotta be on time, and we got a curfew and all this stuff, man. Look, we ain't no slaves." So Hammer was like, okay, you guys are causing problems within the group. Because Hammer's bodyguard, even started to fall in on it because Hammer's bodyguard ended up marrying one of the members of Oaktown, the original members of Oaktown 357. So Hammer at the time had become like bigger than anything you could imagine because he was growing. And he was like, look, God blessed us with this energy to be able to do, above what we may ask of ourselves. You know, I don't like to go into detail, like he was saying, about my staff members and everything else, and he's like, man, anybody talking about to the news and stuff about me, MC Hammer had everybody sign an NDA saying that they couldn't go to the media and talk about salaries and wages and what people getting paid and all this stuff. It was part of the NDA agreement. So the Too Big MC and all these other guys, I guess they didn't know what the word they was signed. So Hammer had sent a letter to the staff members of the press and was like, once Hammer told anybody, every one of the people in the media, that anybody, uh, about everything that's going on would be sorry. Say, I risked my life to get you this letter, but I must go now. Please help us. That's what an anonymous person sent a letter claiming they was from MC Hammer's staff and was like, oh, we're in trouble, and the tour, we're being held hostage. Somebody help us. So it's just ridiculous. And on the road, everybody seemed like a nice bunch of people. They're all happy and all that, just for the exposure. But like I told you, Hamilton never discussed things like financial grievances with the press and all that stuff. And he wasn't finna do all that. And, he's like, look, I understand what's going on. The Too Big MC is unhappy. And his brother is unhappy. And his brother was the DJ. And his brother was the DJ that was putting all the sets in and doing all this stuff for the set. And everybody screaming, Hammer, 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 Hammer. And the Too Big MC try to come in there and take over the show. He's like, look, Flavor Flav understand Chuck got a rap. You know what I'm saying? Like, look, I can't mess up Chuck's rhyme. What Chuck's doing is what Chuck's doing. I can't mess that up. You don't mess up the flow of the group to try to be a star. You find your moments to shine and you do that. And, that's how he felt. Hammer was like, look, you got to find your own time. And when that time is right, you get in there and then you shine. But you can't come in here, and I won't allow you to come up in here stealing and hogging the spotlight. Now you doing too much. And that's what Too Big MC wanted. And he told him, look, dude, you're Too Big MC. Like, look, man, we going to go solo. Because we ain't getting paid right. So he's like, look, man, you can go solo all you want. I'll let you go. I don't want to hold nobody that don't want to be, associated. So, people want their release so bad. Then when they get their release, they still don't know how to act, and it's just like, dude, you got what you wanted. You got released. So any grievances you want, you out your deal. Go make yourself hot. So they walked away. The DJ, Hammer DJ, and Too Big MC. They stepped. They was like, look, either you give us this money or we step in. And they was like, Hammer was like, it was nice doing business with you. And he's like, man, I'm going to come out with my own album. What? And he's like, man, look, good luck to you, but that thing ain't going to work. And then we saw his response. The Too Big MC has a song out. And it's funny. That's about all I can tell you. It's funny. But the Too Big MC has a music video dissing MC Hammer. It is funny. It's called King of the Hype. And it's ridiculous. And he found a record deal, and I don't even know how that was achieved. Crush Records. And he made the video just like one of Hammer's videos, and made the song just like one of Hammer's songs. Wait a minute, come with the hype stuff. He come in there and push this guy out who's supposed to be MC Hammer, shoves him out of the way and start coming in. He's king of the hype. He's king of the hype. So all this whole beat is nothing but they put me in the mix. So he got a record deal with Crush Records, and it crushed his whole record career. Because I swear, I never heard Too Big MC make another song besides He's King of the Hype. And that was it for him. So he got people to leave. Hammer's former bodyguard, who was dating a chick, Hammer got rid of both of them and kept it moving, And Hammer was the type to say, "Look, man, I'm not finna deal with and pay these people money, um, who trying to leave and do all this stuff, and they want to hog the spotlight and trying to basically extort him for money." Threatening to do things. Look, just go. If you disgruntled, just go. I'm not gonna keep anybody that don't want to be here. And he said we have a very clean organization, very disciplined. We try to keep our organization disciplined because we got goals. And in order to achieve those goals, you got to be disciplined. He's like, none of these restrictions or abusive oppression claims everybody talking about. We don't put curfews on you to control your life. Just curfews that kind of help save your life. Everybody is not 25 or 30 years old here. We got 18-year-olds and 19-year-olds who we feel we responsible for. We allow them to grow up, but we try to maintain a very positive organization and try to keep everybody out of trouble. See, and that's one of the things that Hammer was against, and that's what he said. He grew up poor. He didn't have all the things laid out for him. So growing up poor taught him the importance of save, save, and save. So Hammer was all about saving and not letting everybody splurge and go crazy and get goofy. And then he made everybody accountable, held them accountable, let them know that this is a job, this is a privilege what you're doing, and be respectful of it, because if I let y'all run wild, y'all ain't gonna have no discipline. Y'all gonna get money and be broke in the next 15, 20 minutes. That's no life. So now you know. Too Big MC, I don't know what happened to him after that. But after that came, I'm king of the hype. Yeah, he just disappeared immediately after that song. So that was it. Hammer didn't need him. I don't remember nobody saying, "Look, I gotta get that album." Big dude going off. Too Big MC, man. Yeah, he dope. Never got that. So it is what it is. So that's the truth behind the the beef between the two. That's what started it. Was it ever resolved? I don't even know. Lost track of Too Big MC after that, and that was basically it. So, like I said, don't forget to hit the Cash App up. The name is Karceno, Karceno. And yeah, that's about it. It's a wrap, fellas. I'm out. Enjoy the 4 videos.